Hey all, we're now joined by the runners-up of Masters Berlin, Envy. As always, we first start with some pre-submitted questions and then open the floor for live questions. Starting off with the first pre-submitted question, this one is from Timothy Kimberg, Esports GG. Heading into the tournament, is this the team you expected to face in the finals? Did they live up to the expectations? What team surprised you most?
I would say that Gambit was probably one of the teams we expected to see in the finals, even if it wasn't against us, because we scrimmed them before the tournament, and they're honestly looking really good. We took some stuff from them. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Next one is from Pedro Romero, The Click. In light of the loss in the grand finals against Gambit, does it take away all that the team accomplished from this tournament, such as qualifying for champions, being the best in NA, and defeating 100 Thieves and Sentinels?
Definitely feels really bitter right now. Obviously, yeah, we accomplished the long-term goal of coming here, which was to qualify for champions, but definitely just really sucks in the moment, especially when we felt pretty confident going into the match.
Next question is from Brandon Moore, Run It Back, and this one is for FNS. Gambit was able to win a lot of eco rounds against you. Was it just Gambit playing their hearts out, or maybe nerves, or was it perhaps your anti-eco strats not working out?
Yeah, I think we got a little careless on some rounds, and others I feel like I could have called better on Bind specifically, but both Bind and Haven were rounds where there were rounds where we should have very easily won the round had I just made a different call or a slightly better one. So yeah.
Next question is from Timothy Kimberg, Esports GG again, and it's for anyone. With you, 100 Thieves and Sentinels are relatively close regionally, and now taking turns internationally, it feels like a game of rock, paper, scissors in NA. What are your thoughts on the parity of the region? Is NA still the strongest overall?
Yeah, I think so, but we didn't have our best game today, and I'm sure the other NA teams would have made it close too. So the only team that I'm worried about from Europe is Gambit. So I think once everyone in North America gets a little better, it should be on our side.
Next one is from Emery Winter, VLR. It's for anyone again. Did you feel not having a coach in the arena with you at all made a difference at all in this match?
Not really. We knew what they were doing. We knew what their game plan was, and we knew all their tells way beforehand. Mike's, our current coach, did a pretty good job of that, helping us out, even though he wasn't able to be here with his notes and stuff like that. We just didn't execute when we should have. We should have closed out Bind. We should have closed out Haven. Split, fair play to them. We threw the first two maps. So yeah.
Next one is from Rishabh Chakalada, Sporskita. The rounds Gambit failed to win, they have tried to hamper the economy of Envy by securing multiple exit frags. Do you think it cost you the match to some extent?
They'd obviously played those rounds well, breaking our money, and I'm not sure if it costed us the match, but they definitely played it well, and we were a little careless. But overall, we can't say that's what lost us the match. It was obviously mistakes, but yeah.
All right, I'll now open the floor for live online questions. Please raise your hand if you wish to ask something. First to go is Pedro Romero, The Click.
Hello. Regarding how the entire series went, you guys talked about being careless and not performing as you would have hoped throughout the series. And on Gambit's side, Monaco performed pretty well, if anyone could say. But with that in light, how difficult was it to thwart Chronicle throughout that series?
Yeah, Chronicle was playing out of his mind. Even before the game, he was one of my players that I knew that was going to be good. He's up there with Nats. He had an insane series. Can't take anything away from him. I would probably say series MVP, to be honest. And yeah, that's about it.
Next to go is Declan Upcomer.
Yeah, whether you guys won or lost this match, you guys still made it into champions. So I was just wondering, what are you guys planning on working on or doing leading up to that tournament in December?
Just keep getting better. Watch those VODs that we just played. Just keep getting better. That's all we can do. Make sure we fix up our mistakes and get cleaner. And hopefully we're ready for champions.
Next is Emery, VLR.
My question is for Ye. On that second map, Haven, you were able to, pull off a couple really amazing clutches. You had, huge multi-kill rounds. It was by far your best map of the series. What was the difference between that map and the other maps for you that allowed your performance to be better on that map than the others?
I would say probably Haven has always been like a really strong map for me. I just have like a really good like understanding and feel of like the timings, the angles, and like things like that. I would say like in the past, in regards to like bind, on Ambox, my previous team, it was our perma-ban for like 4 or 5 months. And when I joined Envy, it kind of it's a little, I guess, like uncomfortable to a certain extent, in the sense of like I just don't have like a ton of experience. I haven't seen all the tells, and my timings aren't as strong. And in regards to the split, I would say their comp that they use was really suppressive, in the sense of like they always had like hard utility and like a lot of traps, so it was like hard to like take space or take ground against that kind of comp. So yeah.
Next to go is Dustin Steiner, Esports GG.
So all 3 maps were really back and forth, and it seemed like neither team was really able to pull ahead and get momentum. What do you think was played into that, and did it like affect you guys mentality wise? Because a lot of your victories were, blowouts earlier in the tournament.
We take every round 1 round at a time, or we take every game 1 round at a time. So we weren't really thinking about us having a bad map just because we weren't pulling ahead by a lot of rounds. So I just think that in the late rounds they clutched up harder than we did. So that's why they came out on top today.
Up next is Jessica Schanagel, Nerd Street Gamers.
Hey guys, is there anything that Gambit did today that you felt that you weren't prepared for?
Yeah, their Haven was absolutely ridiculous. We should have beat them. I mean, I keep saying it, but we were up 8-4, lost pistol, and then just that bonus round kind of made it really, really hard. It made it so they came back, basically made it 8-8, and then we were trading Browns back and forth. But Haven's a really, really good map for us when we know how the other team plays and stuff like that, and we're able to manipulate rotations well. We had a good attack side, but we didn't expect them to just rush every single round, and I think we had no answer for it, or we figured out how to stop it too late, and they just ended up clutching out and winning 13-11 there.
Next is Declan Upcomer.
Yeah, this is for Crashies and FNS. Both of you guys and Gambit use the swoop peak on Viber a lot in this series, and I was wondering if you thought that is a healthy mechanic for the agent to have, or do you think it should be changed?
What peak? The what peak?
Swoop peak, when you let the smoke go down while you're inside it.
Yeah, I think it's a cool mechanic. I don't think it really hurts anyone or the game. You kind of have to play Viper to kind of understand the mechanic, but I think the mechanic is fine. It didn't really catch us off guard or anything, so.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty established at this point that can happen. So it's not like a super big gimmick. Yeah, and like he said, that doesn't really hurt the game. So I think it's good. But yeah, I think it's useful.
Got another question from Emery, VLR.
Yeah, this one's for anybody. While Nat still obviously had an impact in this series, he wasn't quite as oppressive as he's been in other matches this tournament. Did you guys do anything specifically to counter him?
I wouldn't say we did anything specifically to counter him. He has a very obvious like he kind of plays the same in every game. He's a really strong lurker, so we know whenever Viper walls are up or Viper utility is up, we know that he is most likely there. And then we would just, you know, kill him, and then I think he would stop lurking up as much. So yeah, I don't think we did anything to like counter him or anything.
Any more questions from online press? All right, moving the mic to onsite press now. Who wants to ask a question? First to go is Tom Mathisen.
Hi guys, yeah, I want to move away from the series a bit. Evanes, in the format, you guys got a first ban, and then it was pick and pick. What are your thoughts on this format, and how do you think this format should be going forward in best of 5 series in Valorant?
I don't really know how they would do seeding because we both come from the semifinals, so I guess round based or something. But I mean, right now I don't think they have a choice with how they did it, so I can't blame Riot or anyone too much about that. Can't really change anything right now, but maybe once more maps are introduced, we can do something about it. But as of right now, I feel like, yeah, I mean, coin toss, whatever. Maybe do it round based, like whoever won more rounds in the make it higher seed or whatever, or something like that. But yeah.
Anyone else from onsite press? All right, that concludes the press conference for you. Thank you, Envy, for joining.